It's Monday. Just got home from the office, getting ready to head out and do some more work. I've got about 40 minutes here to do what I got to do tonight. I'm hoping to get my body dolly put back together. I've got to make it so that I can take it apart and put it together. You'll see when it all goes together. But I did stop by today, get some seam sealer, Dynatron, gray, and I don't know, it doesn't say, oh there you go, fast skinning, that's what it says. So this comes from over here in my shop. I've got the, it should say, it started out as kind of the Book of Pete, because it's my notes on everything he says, but it's turned into the book of what a lot of people say. It has some really smart stuff. First thing up front, you should all see this. I've got, and this is probably a little too anal, but I've got all my material data sheets. So there's the base coat. So it goes in order: primer, base coat, clear coat, and then this is the bed liner I'm going to use. And then I've got stuff Pete uses, and every time I see him use something, or if he doesn't say the brand name, I look up on Google and try and find a picture of it. And most of the time I can find a good picture. It wasn't too long ago that he went over, there it is, this is my very last note, Dynatron seam sealer. I must have been in a hurry, I can't read my stuff. And it says 560 something gray, or 550 gray, so I know my camera sucks, it's 550. So this is it, that's what he uses. So that's what I'm going to use since I'm using all the same paint. But then I've got notes in here for Tommy Shoe, what he uses. So anyway, these are a good idea if you got a project going, because you'll never remember all the details. And then when you're out in the garage painting and you forget something and you got a bunch of wet stuff, that book will save your ass. So also bought some of these. The other thing I bought, self-etching primer. This was at Lowe's. So Lowe's carries self-etching primer now, which is kind of cool. But this scares the absolute shit out of me. Rust-Oleum. I don't know if it's a wives' tale or what it is, but I understood there was silicates or some kind of fish oil or some in this type of paint, in Rust-Oleum, that really isn't compatible with auto paints. But I don't know. I guess I'll find out. It doesn't really have any warnings. But what I'm planning, the only place I'm planning to use this is in my wheel wells. And it's for, I should get that out, but it's my U-pole Raptor up there, my bed liner stuff. I'm not going to take it down. That's maybe my next step here, is getting the wheel wells done. So I've got some POR 15, or as some people call it, POR 15, and it's not sticking very well. So you'll watch that saga unfold. It sucks, believe me. And I had a long conversation with somebody last night about it. I had another conversation today at work about it with a guy who just did all of his floors and pans, and he was getting ready to do all kinds of shit on his car with it. And I said, you might want to do some tests. So I'm having some trouble with it flaking off. Might be something I did, I don't know. I don't want to slam the product yet, but right now it looks like it may not be the product for me. So it doesn't have any catalyst in it. It's expensive. I'd say epoxy is probably same price, maybe even a little cheaper than POR 15. But you can't paint over rust with it, and that's the big sell on POR 15, is that some of the surface rust you can just leave. But I don't know. I'm thinking, I don't know. Thinking it's just not for me. That's it. Alright, here's the theory on this. So this is the body dolly. And the idea is I can separate the body from the chassis, put one of these pieces through, actually both of the pieces through, but one at a time. Too much crap in my hands. Then once it's in, there you go. Then I'll be able to use my 4x4s, I think, to lift it up so the rockers are up off here if I want to paint it. So the whole thing will slide up and down, and then in different positions so that I can raise it and lower it. So I may wind up cutting these posts off wherever I raise it up, just cut them off so that they're not in the way of the paint, but that way it'll raise everything up. But I should be able to pick the car up on this, hopefully, and get it onto the rotisserie without a whole lot of trouble. I think the rockers are, I don't know, 12 inches lower than where I'm bolting on. So I got to hit 33 inches altogether. That's 18, so 18 and 12 is 30. So about there, I got to come up from where we're at. I got to come up about 3 inches or 4 inches to get it up onto the rotisserie. So wherever that magic point is, I'll probably just drill a hole so that I have a place to pin and set the pin, put it on the rotisserie, and let her out. Unbolt it, take it out. There you go.